What happens when a small, unmanned boat can sink a warship worth millions? In late August 2025, Russia answered that question by striking Ukraine's reconnaissance vessel Simferopol with a Katran naval drone in the Danube Delta. The attack was swift, lethal, and carried out just meters from NATO territory, an unmistakable signal that unmanned systems have redrawn the lines of maritime combat. So how did a low-cost drone cripple one of Ukraine's most modern naval assets? And what does this strike reveal about the future of naval warfare? Let's break it down. Footage released on the Ministry of Defense Russia Telegram channel by August 28 captured the attack in stark detail. A high-speed unmanned surface vessel closed in on Ukraine's Simferopol reconnaissance ship before slamming into its hull. In the video, sailors could be seen moving calmly across the deck until the drone suddenly accelerated, striking the vessel and triggering a powerful explosion that sent the crew into chaos. Later on the same day, the information from the military summary telegram channel pinpointed the location near Liski at the mouth of the Danube, with exact coordinates of the location. This meant the incident unfolded only meters from Romania's border, adding geopolitical weight to the strike as it occurred in waters directly adjacent to NATO territory. Further footage emphasized how the drone loitered before making its final run, taking advantage of the ship's anchored and unprepared state. Russian officials claimed the Simferopol sank as a result of the strike, while Ukrainian authorities confirmed the attack but were less specific about the ship's condition, acknowledging casualties and injuries among the crew. This was not the first time the vessel had been targeted. A report from early December last year via military news telegram channel described how rocket launchers from Russia's southern group of forces had already struck the Simferopol, damaging what was then considered the most modern ship in Ukraine's 30th Division of surface vessels. Taken together, these events reveal a pattern. The Simferopol had long been a high-value target, and its eventual loss highlights both its strategic importance and vulnerability in contested waters. The Danube footage and location data make the tactic plain. A fast, expendable surface drone closed with the Simferopol and struck at close range. That tactical choice only works when the attacker's platform has the speed, range, and warload to reach and disable an anchored target. The Katran itself is a high-speed, remotely controlled uncrewed surface vessel built for one-way impact strikes. Open reporting places its top speed in roughly the 80 to 150 km/h band, allowing it to rapidly close distances against anchored or slow-moving ships. Its operational range is commonly reported at about 100 to 200 kilometers, meaning launches can be conducted from standoff coastal positions rather than from right alongside the target. Payloads vary by configuration. Some Katran variants carry large-shaped charges or explosive loads designed to breach hulls on impact, while others are adapted to carry or launch subordinate FPV drones. Designed to be simple and cheap to produce, the Katran yields a favorable cost-to-effect ratio compared with crewed vessels. Opposite that threat stood the Simferopol, a Laguna-class medium reconnaissance ship commissioned around 2021 and built at Kuznia na Rybalskamu at roughly 54 to 55 meters and displacing approximately 1,200 to 1,300 tons. The vessel was optimized for endurance and signals collection rather than speed or kinetic defense. Its top speed sits near 11 to 12 knots, adequate for patrols but insufficient for evasion against a high-speed USV. The Simferopol's primary asset was the Melchior passive radio intelligence suite and multiple antenna arrays capable of long-range radar and signal intelligence collection, making it a high-value node for naval surveillance. Defensively, the ship was lightly armed. A single 30mm AK-306 mount served as its main close-in weapon, offering limited ability to intercept a rapidly closing surface drone. Viewed together, the Katran's speed, range, and shaped charge payloads met the Simferopol's endurance and sensor-focused design. and that technical gap explains why an otherwise capable reconnaissance platform could be neutralized by a relatively low-cost unmanned craft. Moscow's 2025 campaign reflects more than opportunistic raids. It shows a deliberate cycle of adaptation. Each strike against fleets, artillery, and infrastructure serves not only to degrade capacity, but also to test and refine methods. Successful tactics are standardized quickly. Production is adjusted to scale low-cost systems, and doctrine shifts toward massing expendable assets rather than relying solely on expensive, high-value sorties. This iterative warfare design ensures that every attack doubles as live experimentation. For Ukraine, the effect is strategic friction. Naval commanders face the dilemma of dispersing high-value assets to reduce risk, at the cost of diluted effectiveness and greater logistical strain, or concentrating them for operational coherence, which increases vulnerability to decisive strikes. Either choice erodes freedom of maneuver. Meanwhile, the loss of reconnaissance platforms constricts maritime intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance coverage, creating data gaps that ripple through targeting and early warning networks. These gaps slow the decision cycle and complicate coalition integration, reducing the pace and precision of response. The psychological and political layers are equally potent. A visible strike on a reconnaissance ship near NATO's frontier projects vulnerability, undermining crew confidence and raising doubts about the survivability of Ukraine's limited fleet. It also pressures allies, who must weigh whether to expand maritime support or risk escalation in contested waters. The question now stands as Russia's expendable naval drones begin eroding Ukraine's fleet from within. Can Kyiv and its Western partners plug the gaps in maritime defense, or will Moscow's low-cost tactics keep rewriting the rules at sea? With every successful strike sending ripples through strategy and morale, the balance tilts further toward asymmetry. We'll unpack what comes next soon. Thanks for watching.